Welcome to Agent University by Stacy, powered by the learning management system called Lessonly, and me, Stacy Sanseverino. When an agent signs up for Agent University, they will receive an email from us saying you have a new assignment from Agent University by Stacy, and in it, they can click here to take their assignment. So after clicking into the Working with Clients Bootcamp, it takes me right to the Agent University platform. And you can see there's a description of the bootcamp, and then if you scroll down, you can see all the lessons associated by week with the program. And because they have not yet gotten to those lessons, the titles are grayed out. As you can see, we've inserted a lesson here that lets them know when the weekly assignments are done. That way they can go on about their day, or they can continue on if they have more time budgeted for their lessons. So as you can see, over the 8 weeks, there'll be 73 lessons in the Working with Clients Bootcamp. So they will be invited to start lesson number 1, the Working with Clients Bootcamp Agenda. In it, you'll see there are 6 sections: their mission, information about the weekly webinar workshops, how to get the most out of the workshops, accepting my WhatsApp invitation, the content by week, and the Bootcamp Agenda to download so they can follow along. The agenda would be great for if they have a mentor or productivity coach to follow along so that they know where they're at in the program. We use GoToMeeting for our webinar workshops. And all the workshops are recorded and available in the Learn tab, which we'll review shortly, for them if they'd like to type in a keyword, search, and they find it in a prior workshop, they can watch it. This is just a reminder to complete their lessons before the workshop so they have their questions ready. And they can collaborate on the WhatsApp group if they have questions midweek that can be answered pretty quickly. And as agents join the groups, the conversations will get more and more robust. And they can find action partners there, role play partners, and others to do assignments with. And then here's a summary of the content per week so they can see exactly what they'll be focusing on week after week after week in the program. And then here's the Bootcamp Agenda that they can download and follow along with. So they would just click on Source, click on File, and then make a copy or download. And as you can see, the lesson in Agent University matches the Bootcamp Agenda. But it's nice to have it all in one sheet. Here's a summary of all the deliverables that they'll be getting throughout each of the lessons that they can compile into their own resource library. And they click on Finish when they're done with that lesson. And of course, we always love a thumbs up rating. And if anybody has a question, they can type it right in here. If something was helpful or not helpful, they can put it in there and I will respond to it. And now they can go to the next lesson. And this one also has 6 sections. Now that we're getting into the meat of the boot camp, there'll be more videos and diagrams and checklists. Again, downloads are great for their resource library. This is a webinar workshop that went through with a few students the handouts in this lesson. So I just included the video right here in the lesson so agents can watch it. And then you hit Finish. And of course, we love a thumbs up. And we hit Submit. The lessons are meant to be in bite-sized chunks so that they could sit down for a time block, complete a lesson, and then move on in their day, do another lesson another day or another time block. Or because we use a lot of videos and downloads and checklists and a variety of ways of teaching the content, they could sit there for several hours if they'd like to complete the work. Another great thing about Agent University by Stacy is this Learn tab. So anything that I've typed into any of the lessons is actually searchable using the Learn tab's search bar. So I could type in anything here, and anything that has to do with price escalation, would come down here. So there's 22 spots in Agent University where it's mentioned. So there was a workshop where we talked about multiple offers. It's in the explanation of optional forms, the sample standards for the agreement of sale. You'll notice that there's a video in the explanation of optional forms. So everywhere it's mentioned, you'll see all the lessons and the sections. So all you have to do is click on wherever you want to see the content. And let's say you wanted to look at the video about the explanation for that form. You just click on that section and it takes you right to the lesson where that is mentioned. So as you can see in this section, there's a video and the actual form in its downloadable form. So again, for the agent to take that, you just click on source file and then they can download or print it. When an agent signs into Agent University by Stacy for the second time, they will be led directly to the Learn tab, where they will see their incomplete assignments. So if they're a full-time undergraduate, they will see their prospecting, their working with clients, and the PA State Contracts Bootcamp. They will also be able to scroll down and see these topic cards. Topic cards are what they sound like. They're groups of lessons based on topic. Many of the topic cards directly associate with one of the boot camps. So the contracts topic card associates with the contracts boot camp, the prospecting with the prospecting, the working with clients with the working with clients. The pricing and statistics is such a large category of information that it is its own topic card, but falls within the working with clients boot camp. As you scroll down, you'll notice that there's bonus content that anybody will get. And then also the webinar workshops where if somebody types something in the Learn tab, it'll come up if it's in one of the webinar workshops. So the contracts boot campers will get their webinars, the prospecting boot campers will get their webinars, and the working with clients will get their webinars. And just as an example, if you click into the bootcamp webinars for contracts, you'll notice there are 7 lessons. So in 2021, we created 1 lesson per workshop. But if you click into the 2020 lesson, you'll notice that there are 35 workshops that we conducted in 2020 so that the agent, because we've typed in the content of each webinar workshop, if they type it in that Learn tab, they will be able to go directly to that video. So moving on to the next set of topic cards, business and personal development. That is a series of lessons that I've created for our full-time undergraduate students as the bonus content. Contract to close, that will be available to the contracts boot campers. Financing, another large topic that's embedded within the Working with Clients Bootcamp. And some of the content is also in the contracts to close because agents need to prepare closing costs and seller net sheets in order to complete their contracts. The negotiations topic card, that will fall under the Working with Clients Bootcamp and also under the Contracts Bootcamp. And tools and tech, that's exclusive bonus content for the full-time undergraduate students. Now you notice here I've created a custom topic card for content for my specific market center. So anything that you want your agents to learn about your market center and any frequently asked questions like sign standards, where do you order your signs? How do you make coffee in the office? How do you get paid? Who are the people in your office? This is where you can supply custom content and I can assemble into lessons that can be delivered in sequence to your new agents as you're onboarding them. For example, you can have a lesson that's dedicated to introducing your market center leadership and staff, as well with your associate leadership council, the mortgage company, title, and insurance, and any other allied resources that you use. How great would it be to be able to provide a welcome video from your lender to your agents, and because you've assigned them the lesson, you know that they're watching it. And finally, in the Learn tab, if they click on assignments, they can see just their incomplete assignments, although the learning content, it will appear first above the topic cards. Any additional assignments that aren't here, they can just click View Assignments and it takes them down right here. If they click on the History tab, it'll show them the lessons that they started with the yellow bar at the top and lessons that they completed, which indicate the date that they completed it with the check mark. So that's your Learn tab. They'll see their incomplete assignments. And let's say they need to show a home and they haven't gotten to the showing the home lesson yet. They could just type in showing and they will see, oh, here's a whole series of 8 steps with lessons that I can go into to get more information about showing homes. And finally, if they want to just dive into groups of topics, and the topic card is available to them, they can just dive right in and see what's available to them. And lastly, your own Market Center's topic card for frequently asked questions, including your policy and guideline manual so that you can make it searchable. We can have it typed into the program. It'll be searchable with this search bar right here. And finally, behind the scenes in Agent University by Stacy, as the administrator, I have access to what's called the gradebook. And if I'm working with a productivity coach or a team leader who has a group of agents that are working with them in the program, they can have a license to enter Agent University by Stacy and also see the back end to see who's been completing their assignments, who's incomplete, and who's overdue. And you can search by groups of people, by paths or lessons that are being worked on. As well, you can also click on individuals and you can see the assignments that they have completed, 36, they've incompleted 14, how many times they've viewed the content, unique views, how many completions. And you can see their latest activity. And if you click in, you can see all the completed assignments. As well, if they're working in a boot camp and you click on progress report, you can see which lessons specifically they have done. So there you have it. That's Agent University by Stacy. And I look forward to having our own one-to-one strategy session where we create a custom plan to help your brokerage and your business grow.